What is going on? Oh, I didn't compile the new compiler. Gotta compile the new compiler. You got to compile the new compiler. How am I? Well, now that I'm compiling the new compiler, I'm doing well. How are you? Good. That is what it looks like. That's bad, but that's actually good because it's an error message test. I am also good because over the past few days, like working on the polymorphism system in this compiler, it got to be a drag because it was really complicated and it was a source of a lot of bugs and it made me easy Sadge all the time. But then I realized, so like way back in the beginning, when you work on stuff, you have different decisions about how to do them. And I made a decision about how to do it that seemed like the right one at the time. And then years later, I realized, wait, that was not the right way to do this. And so now it is a different way. And I think it's going to be much simpler and better and more robust and happier and easier to understand and easier to debug, and fewer bugs will occur. So that is all good. If that ends up being true, but it looks so far like it ends up being true. And so right now, I did this switch over to the new system, and it's going great. And so I'm kind of just finishing the switch over and then deleting cruft that had accumulated to try to deal with the bugs and the problems, that now this cruft no longer seems necessary. And so there's some code that I don't even know. So like this one, it's like, I don't even know if we need to do this anymore. I would love to just delete this whole thing. However, I don't know. I don't know. We might need this one still. Nope, not on that one anyway. Yeah, so just sometimes you make decisions and then don't remember to properly question them and think about, like sometimes decisions become assumptions because there's so much to think about, right? And then you're like, wait, what? Where did we end up? Pickle sector. Yeah, I mean, we're basically clearing pickle sector right now. That's what's happening. We're patrolling pickle sector and we are clearing it. Now I'm going to start some tea, by the way. Did I play Yugo Puzzle? I did. I didn't play all the way through. I played, you know, some puzzles at the beginning. Did I run that? I did run that. I think I ran the pickle sector test. Let's run it again. But this will be great because then I can delete this whole thing. And we just need to keep deleting stuff like this. Just need to keep deleting stuff like that. So there's just one more. Wait. What is it called? Start variable matching. We want to remove these functions next. And I think there's only one more call. Yeah. There's this one. And this is here because of this. Okay. Earlier today when I tried to replace this call with a call to bind definers, it didn't totally work. But once I can do this, once I can replace this call with a call to bind definers, then we can get rid of start and stop variable matching, and then we can go into check that types match and delete a bunch of crap. So this will all be good. This will all be good. So before I think we attack this, I want to take the gains that we just made. Oh, what happened here? Oh yeah. We are now going to have the Golden Monkey tea from the Tea Runners. I bet they know all about pickle sector, don't they? Don't they? All right. Let's get back to business. We need to perpetuate this hoax. Yeah, so we want to go there. We want to scan pickle sector. Okay, so the deal is, when I tried to put this in, this was supposed to be equivalent to this. So we're just going to remove this for now because it's confusing the issue. So we're putting the matches into polymatching given. So what I had done before here was, so this was weird. I put this code as a substitute for this code. And I think what happened was we still ran and we still worked, which was weird because my intent behind this assertion, these assertions, was that like, oh, this thing added matches, right? But I don't think it added matches. I think it made a cast that we needed. So I want to put this back. I want to verify that this makes things work. And then that must mean that we're making a cast. And then I can trap on that condition if that's what's actually happening. But first, let's make this go back faster. I just want to make sure that that we run on everything. Oh, we don't. Okay. That's a pickle sector kind of problem, if I ever saw one. Okay, maybe I just never tried that on that. Let's try it on the tests. It might have been that I had only run the tests last time and that somehow the Sokoban game, oh no, there's a fail. Interesting. Maybe that fail is one of these asserts going off. Maybe I didn't recompile properly before. Let's see. Let's see what comes out of this. Okay, that's an assert where I would expect. Okay, so maybe I was just confused. This is what I wanted to happen, actually. I don't know what the Sokoban crash is about, but this assert will give us a place to trace back to, and then we can figure out why this bind definers didn't. So what's happening here is, oh, actually, yeah, okay, it's the given that's going off. What's happening is this thing isn't finding any polymorph variables, but this thing is. And that means there's a difference between these two in terms of what's happening. And it's probably just an oversight in this because this is the new code and this is the old code. And so if I figure out what that is, maybe everything will work. That said, also, I feel like so We actually don't have to check this success down here either, right? So we do that. There we go. Just making sure that we still should trip on that assert on polymatching given the same number of times that we did before. We're just checking that I didn't change the result, because my plan there was to clean it up a little bit before we do a debug, which we will now go do, right? Oh, we need to figure out which of these that we want to run. Which of these do I like most? Okay, yeah. So we're asserting in matches given polymatching given dot matches dot count, and let's do this one. Actually, yeah. So I'm just going to run this and we'll hit the assert, hopefully. I'm also going to pour my tea. Got to pour that tea. Got to pour that tea. Very good. Wait. Why didn't we have the problem? Do we not get it on no jobs? We do. Oh. Duh. There we go. That's what we wanted. So I actually should have put a little no check in on this because I'm not sure about that, but yeah. Okay. So we check the types match on these, etc. So we say arg site, where are we? We can put a breakpoint, but here. Now, actually, as a point of curiosity, I wanted to know if this happens. Nope, that's still a problem. Okay. We'll double check that before we check in. Okay, so first breakpoint, and that's it. Easy. Easy, first breakpoint. So now we do it. Let's see how this golden monkey is. It's all right. Let me see what the package says about it. This tea is actually kind of delicious. Golden monkey. Grown at high altitudes in the misty mountains of Yunnan, China, comes this fine black tea with smooth notes of honeyed peach. I don't know about the honeyed peach. That's not what I get it from it, but okay. For 1700 years, this rare tea was enjoyed only by China's elite ruling class. They believed it gave them special powers of agility and sexual prowess. So that's why it's called Golden Monkey. Today, Golden Monkey is a frequent finalist on awards lists around the world and is considered one of the finest black teas there is. Yeah, I like it. This is quite good. Global Tea Championship winner, second place. golden monkey. Yes. Oh, look how much more golden monkey I have. Oh, look at that. It's going to be so good now. All right. We're digging it. We're digging it. Yeah, what was, they should say what the first place tea was that year. I would want to know. Okay. So now we go down into bind definers. Well, here's one of these useless things. All right. So what is the expression? Well, it's not a definer ident. So this is at line 217. It's probably square, right? Oh, yeah. Dang it. Yeah, it's square. Oh! Right. This is a substitution. We're not substituting. So this is a constant that we know what it is. And oh, well, we have some code here. So it's constant, right? So this is something that I actually want to clean up later, but because I feel like this could be simpler, but 61 constant defin input status silent check return result. Okay. 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 Hey, wonderful. Wonderful. Look at all the hoaxing that we're able to do. Okay, so people are starting to disbelieve the hoax. So how do we convince them that this compiler is real? What can we possibly do? What ideas do you have for perpetuating the hoax? And I would only speak about this openly on the subscriber-only stream, where it is impossible for anybody else to see. All right, so test features Lambda is failing at runtime instantly, interestingly. That's really weird. Probably means we don't have good assertions somewhere else. Dang. So the LLVM runs further. X64 don't even do that. Now that's pretty strange. Open source on GitHub. Well, see, if I actually open source it, people will see what a hoax it is, right? So, like, it's got to be suggestions that involve perpetuating the illusion, right? You can't do anything that requires me to actually have a compiler. That's not a valid suggestion. Just do everything the V-line guy. You know, I don't know what that was about, and I don't want to know. Don't want to know. Okay. Expected Frank, but got Zod. Let's at least look, see if we can get a clue. Now this is weird because okay, so we map over guys with get name, and that gives us this thing, which is autopoly, or not autopoly. It is a quick lambda, right? We know all about those. Now it's weird because it looks like the case we just did. It's an identifier. And so forth. So I guess I just want to step through and see what happens at that line. Do we not actually apply these to the right thing? Let's see. So this is line 214. We were here. Do we have a thing called site or call or what? Site. Let's just see what happens. Nothing. Oh, because it's a different program. Test features Lambda. Test features Lambda. The Zod rune in Diablo 2. I don't know what that would have been about. Okay, first breakpoint. And that's it. Great, I think. Okay, so we're going to bind the definers. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that. So polymorph.polymatching given, and this is going to have just some variable in there. Matches 2. That's weird. Why is there 2? Quick lambda parameter F51 and F52. Oh, because one is the X and one is the T. Wait. No, because in this case, that's weird. Why do we have oh, because one's the return type. We have one for the argument type and one for the return type. That is why. Okay. So, and we have bindings for those. They are two types as they should be. Okay. So we do this and we don't do that one. Now what I suspect is actually that we need to do a cast, right? So we're going to have this variable called pickle sector. And we're going to set it to true in the debugger. All right. And we're actually going to check what this is. And I bet we're inserting a cast. All right. Okay, pickle sector is now true. So we're going to do this. Old expr, new expr. Huh. There goes that theory. Okay, interestingly, pickle sector only matched one thing. Oh, it only matched one thing because we don't know the return type. Why would that break here? We don't know the return type, so why are we matching both of them? And why does that not fail in these, or maybe it does, but it seems like it doesn't fail in like this case, for example. Oh, because that's a fucking type of. Wait. Maybe we set this up wrong. Okay, hold on. Hold on, pickle sector. Let's see what these types actually are that we put here. So this one, whoops. This is probably the argument type, and it is a pointer to a guy. Does that make sense? Yes, we're mapping over guys. Okay. Now the return type, we don't fucking know what the return type is. I bet it's bound to polyuse or some bullshit like that, right? No. What is it bound to? Def and flags. Wait, is this actually right somehow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. It's actually right. It's a string type leaf. It's literally interp type def string. How did we get that? Right? 172E8. 172E8. Okay. A little bit not sure how we got that. Let's see. How'd we get that? Where in pickle sector did we find that declaration? So we're doing this code that we, whoops, a step too far. Doing this code that I just added. Okay. It's a lambda. And we bind the definers. Really, we should not actually scan the returns if the lambda is whatchamacallit? Quick lambda, because we can't know. We cannot know the type. The enemy is capturing pickle sector. I almost want to play that game some more just to have more pickle sector. You know what I mean? Like maybe this will be the day that we actually capture and hold pickle sector. Did I delete the VOD? Yeah. Also, I can't believe I played so many hours with a totally jacked frame rate and high latency. I should have spent the time at the beginning to like make everything good. We could try the portal mode tonight or something. FPS plus latency equals fine. I know. They literally have an option in the menu on by default that says this will increase your input latency. Like, fuck you guys. Okay. We are now scanning pickle sector. So here we have a lambda that we're binding against. So we have like two lambdas. We have a lambda type. This is the input expression. Wait, we don't return false here. That's a missing line. I think. Pretty sure that's a missing line. Anyway, I don't see. I wish I could just type into the fucking file without ruining my debugging session, but this is a smart debugger, which means I can't do that. Was it as bad as a game that buffered 2 frames by default? No. I think that game was 3 frames by default, actually. I don't even remember which one that was. No, it was not that bad, but it was not great. Like, I don't understand how we shipped better mouse control in The Witness than a lot of modern shooters have, right? I actually do understand. Because A, games are complicated, and B, when you're doing wacky stuff to get your frame rate way up, it causes problems. But, like, holy shit, guys. We need to ship, so one of our example programs that I want to make, because I want to do Simp 3D eventually. And the demo for Simp 3D will just be you walk around in first person and there's like some boxes, right? But like it'll just have good mouse control, and then everybody who copies that will at least have good mouse control. Did I ever get into the map? Oh, a couple times, yeah. Actually, so one time I got like, it wasn't really under, because I was inside a building, but I was definitely outside the valid map area. It was good times. I forget how I got back in. I guess I just went back to the elevator shaft and somehow got in. Oh yeah, and then the elevator landed on me. Are a lot of game FPS nowadays still bound to CPU speed? Yes. Like especially games where you're rendering a lot of objects in the world, you can have a problem where you're CPU bound rather than fill bound. For sure. For sure. Okay, so we've got a procedure type that we are matching against. Let's go back and look at our example here. This is weird because, oh, I guess we polymorphed map already, so we know the types of everything. So maybe we're doing like a redundant scenario here. Let's see. Defen. It's not polymorphic. Yep. Okay. So we already polymorphed this input thing, and now we're fucking redundantly polymorphing our output thing, even though we actually already did that work. We threw it away. Intel 4004. Lambda is quick. Yes, so let's just go to 386. Explain this. Explain yourself. Okay, it didn't crash, I guess. Did it? Maybe it did. I don't know if that's supposed to... I don't think we output anything in this one. Okay, so that did fix it. That means the fact that that fixed it means that we have studied the blade and have accomplished success. What is with all these pastes? I don't like this. What has been done to my code? Anyway. Working on a compiler for fun, and it has operator overloading polymorphism. You notice that doing a equals 1 plus 2 is triggering polymorphs because of a plus, not a, but a plus operator overload that was polymorphic. Do you do anything to minimize this kind of thing? I mean, that's the price of entry, right? Like, oh, because they ended up not matching. So this is one of these things where it gets complicated, and like you start to think about exactly what makes sense given your language rules, right? So for example, imagine you can't have overloaded functions, right? Like operator overloading sort of means a different thing, I guess. But imagine, I guess you have to have overloaded functions, practically speaking. But if you imagine for a second that you didn't, then you could say, well, before we try polymorphing anything, let me just check if I generated one for these types already. And if I did, just use that one without checking anything else, right? The problem is once you have function overloading, you might have a closer match. So you could check and say, do I have anything for these exact types already, right? And then, you know, if you end up doing another one and one of the numeric arguments casts up to the right type, you would say, you maybe add an entry into that table for that one. That's not what I do ever. I just fucking take the hit and do the polymorphs right now. But you can imagine strategies like that to get around that problem. But in some sense, this is kind of the problem that you're asking for by having the combination of polymorphism and operator overloading and function overloading, right? It just naturally happens due to that. No, I do deduplication, but okay. Let me clarify. There's sort of two steps, right? Three steps. Okay. So I do this solve for like, what are the variables? What are the polymorph variables, right? I do that step. And then given that solve, I say, do I have this already, right? And then if I don't have it already, then I make it, right? And those happen at different times in the compiler for various reasons. But I do the solve on all the fucking overloads, because what else are you going to do? 1+2 should match the predefined built-in. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Actually, I don't have this problem for 1+2 because we say it only can be a custom operator if one of the sides is a struct. And you could widen that if you want to some other kind of user-defined type, but like you can't overload plus on integers, right? We don't even look for that. And that's actually one reason why I did that. I forgot about that, but it is right. It is right that we don't do anything. How goes the hoaxing? Well, I am making up these kind of explanations like you just heard in order to perpetuate the hoax. And I think it's working. It's kind of beauty. Well, I don't think of that as an exactly beautiful kind of decision, but it's more like a pragmatic decision. It's like, look, we want this to compile fast, right? People are going to say plus, like almost all the time in a program when people say plus, they're adding integers or floating points, right? Like even in a video game where there's a lot of vector math and matrix math, it's still mostly integer and floating point. And so, you know, why pay for that, right? And on the other side, I think, so one of the reasons that something like Swift compiles slow, I think it's because the way the language semantics works, it has to do a super backtracky solve for every operator all the time, right? It's so stupid to see do polymorph getting called 3 times when checking an int plus int. I mean, all I'm going to say is now you know a small portion of my pain and Galactus's pain. All right. Implementing a compiler with features like that definitely gives one an appreciation for like how much shit is going on that you're taking for granted when you program. Which like you do kind of know, right? Like if you're able to program a compiler, then you kind of know how much shit is going on. But like the human brain, we tend to gloss over details, and like sometimes we gloss over some pretty big things, right? It's been 7 years since that first video. Holy shit. Well, maybe we'll release this soon to the people. Yeah, first video was in 2014. Well, it depends on whether you mean, so I did like sort of 2 videos that were just presentations. And then the third one was a demo, right? Because I said, you know what? Like the first 2 were like, maybe I'll just try to convince other people in the games industry to do like a collaboration. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just do something, right? So I spent about 6 weeks making the initial version of the compiler. And I did a presentation on that in 2014. But 2014 was over a year before the witness was done. So I had to work really hard to finish the witness. So I didn't do, it was like the compiler was my side project from, 2014 to 2016. And then after about April 2016, it became more full-time, but alongside the game and game engine that we're building, right? So yeah, it didn't really take that long to build enough of the compiler to do like I've done compilers before, right? And back then that one just outputted to C, which was not that hard to do. But that's the difference between a proof of concept and a fucking production quality thing, which we're still not at production quality, right? But we're getting there. We're getting pretty close. I mean, what does production quality even mean these days, given the bugs and some of the stuff that people ship, right? So. But also, it's hard to know exactly how to do the accounting, because if I wasn't working so much on the game and on user level code, then maybe, maybe we would have released the compiler earlier, but then maybe the decisions on the compiler wouldn't have been as good because it wouldn't have been as tethered to reality, right? So we're aiming for quality. How's the game engine feature set coming along? We are working now. So we've had an OpenGL backend for a long time. I am not working on this, but some other programmers on the team are working on converting that to DirectX 12. And I think they're about to get something kind of running within the next couple weeks. And then we just have to see what the issues are to nail down all the details before we can switch over to that as the default. Okay, this is good though. Here we have made this happen. So I think what I want to do is now we get rid of this. We get rid of this. I think I just, whoops. I'm going to put this here to make sure. And then we're going to get rid of pickle sector. It's just like in the game, we lose pickle sector all the time. First we capture pickle sector, and then we lose pickle sector. And we can't yield there. And yeah. And this doesn't even make sense anymore. And then we had some problem, didn't we? Down. Yeah. Here. Now I hope that's not wrong. Let's run another pickle sector test. Are there reasonable ways for them to find funding to give them the time to do it right? I mean, the way that we do it is we're just self-funded and we try to keep a bunch of money in the bank. Oh, that was bad. That was very pickle sector. They're still a little bit weird about the fog that needs to be dealt with. Anyway, though, DRM takes a month to break. Well, they know what side their bread's buttered on, man. I don't know what's going on with that fog, but not my department. We're going to let someone else do that. Okay, so I'm running around pickle sector now. That's great. Okay, I just wanted to test that the game still runs, and that's great. Okay, we officially can get rid of start variable matching, I think. Okay, so here I can go match status. Okay. Status. And then status. So I'm just turning this into a local variable. Okay. So now we're going to run another pickle sector on that. Excellent. Excellent. We are now in pickle sector. Whoops. This is in debug code, but okay. Okay. Poly matching wanted is no longer a thing, but it's only being used here to test. All of this code that you see, we get to fucking delete now. And as well as all that code. What is this? Oh yeah, that's in that commented out. All right, so we're going to take the W here and then keep going. Replaced all. To oh, this is great. This is a good day, everybody. Oh my God. Never let people tell you it doesn't get better. Oh, I left a no check-in. Dude, oh shit, I just felt an invisible weight lift. Oh yeah, I didn't explain. Okay. Cleanup, but this isn't a cleanup elsewhere. Right now, when we infer quick lambda, we make a definer in its constants block. I'm going to put this in the here. Boy, we're gonna take some more fucking W's tonight. Let me tell you that. I want to own the W hotel by the end of the night. We make a definer in its constants block. But we don't want to match that against anything because it gets defined when the lambda is inferred. So instead of making the definer initially, we should just make it when we know the result in it. Okay. I'm going to date that now, even though I want to hit it by the end of tonight. All right. More no check-ins. Oh yeah, that didn't go off, so I'm going to leave the assertion there just in case, but we have pretty good confidence in that. And we're going to scan pickle sector one more time. We are scanning pickle sector. We are scanning pickle sector. It's the thing to do. Okay, good. Good, we have scanned pickle sector. Bam. All right, so now I get to get rid of these variables, polymatching wanted and polymatching given. Let's start with given. It's probably fewer instances of that. The hell is this? Disable polymatching for this subcall. Holy fuck, I forgot about this giant travesty. Let's just get rid of that. Let's scan pickle sector again with that whole giant ass macro deleted. We're going to do a lot of scanning of pickle sector. Get used to it. We need to have high confidence about pickle sector. Okay. Now what? Well, we just keep going. Poly matching given. Why? Since when, people used to say, oh, I'm poly, right? And I guess that got a bad rap. So now everybody says I am ENM, which means the same thing, except I'm not a douchebag. Right? You've missed a new meme. What the fuck is pickle sector? Pickle sector is where all the ENM dudes hang out. This is like when you clear out Tomato Town. Is Tomato Town on the Fortnite map? Like what is that all about? Tomato Town. Check individual. Constants blocks. Holy fuck. All right, we're just gonna excise one by one. Okay, all that can go away. Okay. Scanning pickle sector once more. You would just call that cheating, not non-monogamy. Okay. Next. Polling matching. Oh, let's get rid of fucking disable matching in this subtree. Let's just, yeah. Okay, pickle sector is clear. Okay, we're gonna shift back to this one, dude. Okay. Because we're about to make a big step, we're going to, even though we just swept pickle sector, we're sweeping it again. And then we're going to delete this. And then we'll go back to deleting poly matching given. Oh my God, disable matching in this subtree. I'm so glad to be rid of this shit. You know nothing of disable matching in this subtree's pain. All right, you know what? We're going to take the W. Step 1. Oh, you know, I should have taken a line of code count. We could do it now, even though we deleted some code already. Because we're at 84830. We'll just see. Let's actually start a Weissman score. Let's call it 84850. Just because I deleted some stuff and we didn't count it. And we're down a little bit. Somebody, the official judges can go back and watch the VOD to figure out what that really should be. But, all right. We have a Weissman score. Now, I'm going to start deleting all this shit. Just deleted some of these weird comments that we have to think about. Get rid of that weird crap. Okay, this doesn't really get us a win. Whoops. I didn't mean to compile. What just happened? I wanted to do this. Oh, this whole thing. Let's just no check in this for a second. Oh, we're going to get a bigger win here than I thought. This is even an efficiency increase, a very slight one, but this is an extra node that we had to fucking make in order to make things work. Let us now, once again, scan pickle sector. Oh, God. Oh, wait. What the fuck did I do? Okay. Oh, because... Hold on. Okay, we need that part. It's a good thing we scanned pickle sector and we saw those hostiles in pickle sector, but then we hosed the hostiles. Pickle sector is hopefully clear now. Hopefully clear. Okay. Pickle sector appears clear. Let's run this. Actionable success metrics. Yes, that is true. Okay, pickle sector is clear. That means we have deleted this variable. I don't think we really need to do this. I'm just going to tag it though. Okay. Count. Weissman's score is now 84803. We just toggled these 2 digits. Can we get down to the 7s? All right. I had that on my to-do even. Remove disable matching in this subtree. Oh my God, that was a horrible fucking hack. All right. Now, I mean, the thing that we deleted, right? It wasn't a hack for us to delete it. The thing was a horrible hack, but it, you know, it got us till today. It let us survive until today. So it's like, thank you. All right. Start variable matching. We can just delete this. Start and stop variable matching. Start variable matching, stop variable matching. And we're going to rescan pickle sector again as soon as that compiles. Like there really should be no change. How many of these lines are LUTs? Of the 80,000, quite a bit. Because we were at like 55, 57,000 before Ryan started adding the assembler. Now, I've probably added code since then as well, but like the majority of that delta between 57 and 84 or 85 is the assembler. Okay. Keeps getting better. 84790. Boom. Double check, make sure I got them all. Start variable, end variable. Okay, cool. So now we got to go back to poly matching given, which was where I started and then didn't even do it. All right. So delete that. Given backup. Wait. We reset to the backup and do the match again for the final procedure. Okay, that sounds like some bullshit that is completely unnecessary. Okay, you know what? I actually want to put this back for a bit. Just because I want to scan pickle sector without doing all of these. Okay, so nobody else uses that backup. Like, the less horrendous shit is in this function, the better. Because it is a very important function. UTF-8. I mean, is what in UTF-8? Like, UTF-8 doesn't really require very much. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, if you want to say, is this valid UTF-8, then that's definitely a thing, but we don't give a shit about that. All right, time to scan pickle sector. UTF-8 lookup tables. No, we don't. Like, the amount of UTF-8 code we have is, I could show you. 151 lines in the header, mostly comments because I deleted a lot. That's the actual code, and then 400. So we're like 500 lines if you count spaces and comments for UTF-8. Okay, pickle sector is clear. Hold on, let me delete the no check-in. All right. Weissman's score is now 84779. We need to graph. I need to make a Weissman score program for the stream. Maybe we'll do that sometime where, like, we graph the score over time. That's the wrong compiler anyway that I just hit. Okay. Now what? More poly matching given. Poly. Dude, just years. You know how everybody wishes therapy would work when you have all this trauma in life and then you go to the therapist and it like melts away? That's what is happening right now. That is what is fucking happening right now. Oh, look. All this goes away. All right. Let's scan pickle sector. Whoops. That was the wrong. I was like, no, that. I've got my scans crossed. Could be a demo program for simp. It could. Boom. Boom. We are still scanning pickle sector. Look at that. We're going from 779 to 757. We have a Boeing 757 on the Weissman score. We're almost 100 lines down. Is there no more poly matching given? Oh, there's a tiny bit. Is poly matching? I'm pretty sure that's done, right? Oh no, we got to get rid of this. Oh, actually no. Let's put that on the list. So there we go. Is poly matching, and then poly matching wanted is the order we're going to do this in. So, but we're going to finish the given first. That was it. All right. How was Handmade Seattle? Wait, was Handmade Seattle not a virtual event this year? Was it in person or was it virtual? Virtual reality, everybody wears a headset. It was virtual and in person. I see. Well, looks like pickle sector's clear. 84755. How was that only 2 lines? I feel like it should have been more, but there we go. It's fine. All right, so removed poly matching given. Okay, is poly matching? We got some of these. It's usually, okay, that can go. That's not going to count because it's a comment. And everything else is nodding is poly matching, which means we just get rid of the condition. So this actually isn't going to be a big win code size wise. It is a complexity win. All right, we're going to sweep pickle sector again. Wait, that's the wrong scanner. We've got to keep the right scanners in the right sectors. Too many of the talks felt like advertisements. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things when you cultivate a conference, you have to be very, very wary. The GDC people used to call this ad risk, right? Which is like, if we invite this person to come talk, how likely is it that it's just going to be an ad, right? And to maintain a high quality conference, you need to avoid those ads, right? And even if it's not like necessarily a big commercial company ad, but like, here's my project. I mean, I don't know, like a demos are weird. Like if it's just a demo of somebody's project that they're not trying to fiscally sell you, it's still kind of selling you on their project. Unless there's like big technical merit to the demo, or unless it's like there can be a thing where there's a bunch of demos of people's projects and it's like a celebration of all the projects, right? And that's like, let me show you this cool thing that I'm doing, but it's like different. Yeah. All right. Where are we at now? We are at 84744. We have officially trimmed 100 lines from the compiler today. And pickle sector is clear. Yeah. So this is removed is poly matching. Okay, so now we get rid of poly matching wanted. Bunch of these. Let's just delete a couple and rescan pickle sector. Matching wanted. Boom. Okay, that's actually... Actually, we probably could just optimize that out. Anyway, let me put this on the to-do list to investigate. Okay, poly matching wanted. Okay, let's just scan pickle sector right now. What was an example of a very ad-focused talk? Like, what was the most advertise? Randy Gall's talk about his engine thing. Who's Randy Gall and what's his engine thing? 8473. Let's not even take that W yet. Whoa, okay, hold on. We're gonna scan pickle sector here because this looks like a chunk. Yeah, let's scan pickle sector and check it. I'm gonna be wary. I think we can just delete all of this with impunity, but I'm gonna be wary. Richard Feldman's talk about his programming language. I don't know who that is either. That's what I get for not hanging out with the hip community. Oh, he's a functional programming person. Few talks about tools where they explain the features of the tool. I mean, that can be really good if it's like a revolutionary tool that does things totally different than how you would ever imagine. Like that could be really eye-opening, right? But you know, usually that's not what it is, right? All right, we're gonna do a check-in. 8, 4, 7, 2, 3. Hell yeah. Commit. I'm going to be so happy tonight, guys. This is a historic occasion. I mean, nobody really understands, but holy shit. So I wish I had done this years ago. I just wasn't smart enough to do it. All right, so this whole thing just deletes. We're going to rescan pickle sector. We're just being very cautious. The gains, yeah, and it's not even just the lines of code gains. It's like this has been one of the primary sources of bugs and pretty much the last thing in the compiler that I was just kind of afraid of all the time, right? All right, pickle sector is still clear. They're just so afraid of us now. We have defended pickle sector with such ferocity that they don't even want anything to do with us. Okay, so this is obviously not being used. And then there we go. Need a pickle sector emote. I know. Pickle sector emote would be awesome. Chadley sector. Yeah, we're moving into Chadley sector. I kind of want to play that game some more. Even though it's terrible, it's like I just want to play a shooter and practice aiming and stuff, right? There's like games that are hard like that, even if they're not good, they have a certain like appeal to the psychology. Okay. There's got to be a shooter I prefer to Battlefield. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so we will now check in that we have gotten rid of poly matching wanted. 84700. Oh my goodness. It's 150 bagger. 150 bagger. Removed poly matching wanted. All right. I think we got rid of this implicitly. Let's check. No, that's on a different data structure. I'm actually... I'm actually not sure about this. We're just going to disable these so we remember where this was. And we're just going to delete that. And also enable poly use matching. That is not used. All right. Preparing to initiate scan. Scan of pickle sector complete. Let's run the game. Game is pickled. 84695. All right. So now we start getting into the ones that are going to require thought. These are the easy wins that I knew were no problem. Like, we could just take the W there and call it for the night and go defend pickle sector if we wanted to. But but we should look at some of these. Like, I think the fallout from this, or the unfallout, whatever you call positive fallout, is going to be pleasant over time. It's going to result in many more little cleanups. It's just, I'm not even sure where they all are right now. So, you know, for this one, it is what it is. Maybe we should play one of the other game modes just to see if it's better. I don't know. Check for duplicates necessary. Let's find out, because if we can delete that, that is a giant leap for mankind. Not a giant leap, but it's substantial. So, like, I don't even know how you would get duplicates, really. I mean, there's this, right? Okay. That's some bullshit right there. So I guess we did need this. I commented it out. Not even here. But see, this isn't even the right thing. We would rather just put the array. This is called state here for some reason. Why would we ever not pass silent check? All right. Okay. So, do we just, yeah, so I hope this is called polymorph match. Match status. Yes, polymorph match. So we have to do this twice because it's C++. Cannot convert from const t star. Can I do this? Bro, C++. Okay. Oh, this is just match progress. Fee turn. Why can't I fee turn? What a buggy software. Won't let me fee turn. It won't let me fee turn. No. Breakthrough is a lot better than conquest. All right, well, we will try the breakthrough then. Fuck. What is even happening? How is it that... when did I break this? WTAF. Okay, well... okay, do we actually hit this? So this is line 7. Okay, so we are saying that there is a match. However, we're saying silent... oh, I didn't say success equals. Duh, so we weren't flagging failure on that. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Fucking thank you. Let's even here's another use of $sign. Let's just put the $sign. Boom. Oh. Boom, boom, boom. Just in case you had a really big ass function. All right, let's scan pickle sector. Yeah, it is obviously a hoax if we can't even fee turn. That is a good point. You know what? I want some more golden monkey tea. This tea is delicious. I don't care that it's 8 p.m. I'm going to warm up some more water. Okay. That's good. That's good. Where are we at, Weissman score? 84703. Well, we kind of added a little bit, but you know what? That's the penalty. That's the hazard of the business is sometimes your Weissman score goes the wrong direction. But it's all for the good. All for the good. Okay, so all for the good, I said. Is the BR mode in yet? I thought, I don't know. Dude, literally nobody calls this function though. Holy crap. Oh yeah. Maybe match polymorphic array dimension. Okay, hold on. We're going to scan pickle sector one more time. And then we're going to check in. And then we're going to delete that crap. We don't need anymore. Assault on pickle sector. Okay, so Did we? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Proceeding with cleanup. Okay. Maybe match polymorphic array dimension is... okay. So, wow, dude, I made this note on November 12th. That's how long I've been dragging ass on this change. That's fine, though. That note. Should be able to remove this when new polymorph is fully done. Holy fuck. Where did this month go, guys? It was just my birthday. Not that long ago. Wanted given site silent check. Wanted given array dimension. Okay. So we basically want to say if there's no definer there, okay, wanted, this is wanted. Oops, sorry, this is I-type. Putting things off for almost 2 weeks. It's not really that I put it off. It's that I worked on it in pieces over that time. This literally does nothing. Oh, dude. Okay, array index type is null. Okay, I elided a little bit of a thing. It's a good idea to scan pickle sector to find these things. And we did. So I can just check to make sure this is not null, but I want to go back and look and see where that was before. I'm hungry. Oops. Okay, it was just, yeah, we just returned false if it was null. All right. Commence new scan of pickle sector, please. Easy Sadge. Easy Sadge. I do not have a ton of snacks at home these days except for seaweed. Could use some pickles or something, you know. Get a little bit of pickle situation. All right. Scan complete. Weissman score. Eight, 4, 6, 7, 6. Okay. I actually want to do these in the opposite order. Because the second one probably doesn't give us a Weissman score improvement. Okay. We make a definer in its constants block. All right, so copy status wanted to solutions. So whatever status wanted is, isn't that local? Like, it's weird because we always end up just putting stuff from here into here. Dude, I did this in 2016. Holy crap. I keep getting all these spams on Twitter now about cryptocurrencies, which is probably tells you something about cryptocurrencies. It's Thanksgiving week already. Holy crap. What am I going to do? Turkey on Thursday. Made some eggnog. What am I going to do? I don't know. So far, maybe I'll be defending Pickle Sector on Thanksgiving. I don't know. Okay, what are we doing here? We were deciding if we want to try to put things into the solutions. And let me see. Do we literally ever? Oh, we use auto poly flags. You know, I'm going to keep it for now. I'm going to keep it for now, even though, because this is just a thing that we could look at later. What is it called? Quick Lambda something. Yes. So in the parser, in the frickin' parser, we have finish quick Lambda, which probably doesn't get called from here. Oh, it does. It gets called from parser and message importer, which is weird. Okay, so we have statement. Okay, this is for the return statement. For the return type. Okay, so we must fill this in later. Yes, we get the return statement. And we look it up in the constants block, which we do not need to do anymore. I remember writing all this. I think I did it on stream. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to belay this. So we're going to go, we're going to remove that. We're going to say no check-in, remove the flag. What flag was I just looking at that we didn't want? Oh, up here. I love getting rid of these flags that where was the flag? Returns. This one. This one. Okay. We want to remove that. We want to remove finish quick lambda. What we're going to do down here is Going to go return decal. Malformed body, returned expr. And this is going to be oh, this is already for not block form, so we don't even need to test this. Okay, so we're just going to make a declaration. We're going to copy location info from Lambda to decal, or yeah, Lambda, I guess, I don't know. And we're going to we're going to make an inst like this. Something like that. Well, interesting. I see. I'm hungry again. Okay, we are likely to be assaulted brutally in pickle sector now when we scan. I'm just telling it like, oh yeah, oh, we're having problems. We are having problems in pickle sector. Oh my God. We are getting destroyed. Fully ass destroyed. But I think part of that is because I needed to comment out more code. Okay. Has a malformed body. We could not, because it's not there. Oh, shit. Okay, let us actually, we'll keep part of this. We'll leave that part. And we may want to change that later too. All right. Scanning pickle sector. Oh. We still have problems. We still have pickle problems. The enemy hasn't captured all of pickle sector. Like, we still control large portions of pickle sector. But kind of like with the US and China now, you know, China's got some of pickle sector is what I'm trying to say. Oh. Doesn't like the way we're making this declaration. We're making a declaration. I should have known this. Not legal. Not legal. point scan inside pickle sector. Still doesn't like it. Inst type valued expression. Bro. Incorrect number of returns from this procedure. Wanted 1. Got 3. 3. Got 3? The hell did you get 3 from? Did I keep adding things? Wait, that's not even a quick lambda. What? What? We must have passed it a quick lambda. I don't even know if that's going to fire. It did. Okay. All right. Well, this program was not scanning the appropriate portion of the pickle sector. I crossed state lines into pickle sector. Oh no. That's going to be a stream title. Maybe that's what Battlefield 2042 is all about, is that one of the teams crossed state lines. N is 2. How did that happen? Ah! All right. We just had a disaster in pistachio sector, which is next to pickle sector. You know how we want to do nuclear reactors, but we're all worried about storing nuclear waste for a long time? Storing your discarded pistachio shells is approximately as hard as storing nuclear waste. And if you get it wrong, a mess is made. Pistachio sector. Reclaimed. Superfund site. Pistachios can spontaneously combust. So can people. Does the European Union have any legislation or regulation about pickle curvature? Like what does the EU have to say about pickles for them to be legal? Also, how big of a segment is there in the new Biden bill for pickle equity? It is a very serious problem. Some communities are located closer to pickle sector and thus have easier access to pickles. Did I see the Ontario School District thing? Yes. And like, you know, I am not at all surprised. At all. And you will see more of this. I don't know how that could possibly be legal in Canada. But I mean, Canada is way more illiberal than the US. But the US is getting pretty damn illiberal in some places, so I mean, I hope even though you're in the People's Republic of Canada, I hope that that situation gets challenged appropriately and defeated. If it doesn't, like if that actually stands, it probably is time to move. No troll. Because it's like, it's not that particular, like I don't, unless I had kids in that school, which I don't even have kids, right? It's like, it doesn't impact me. But it's a sign of where things are going to go, right? And so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I absolutely. If I had kids, which we have just established that I do not, there is some chance, some slim chance that I may ever do. No way are they going to public school. No fucking way. I mean, it already would have been probably not even if we had the public schools that I had when I was growing up, because I really had a bad time at school. It was horrible. I think we would have a much better society if we didn't send kids to day jail for 18 years or 14 years. Now, that said, it sure looks to me, I mean, obviously I'm not in school now, but it sure looks to me that schools are way worse now than what I went to in basically all dimensions. So I just would, no way would I send kids to public school. No way. But if it's between private school and homeschooling, like, you have to ask along this axis, what percentage of private schools are similar in this regard, right? So you've got to keep in mind private schools are for rich people mostly, right? It's rich people who are doing this stuff, right? It's not like blue collar workers who are doing this stuff. It's rich people. So, yeah. That said, at private schools, you would at least probably be able to find choice, right? And find one that isn't insane, but you might have to move to be near it, right? Catholic school, well, then you have other problems that we will not go into. Homeschooling seems like it would be tough. Well, I think the right version of quote unquote homeschooling is more like community schooling, where there's a homeschool, but it's like a bunch of kids from the neighborhood get together and someone's teaching it, and maybe the responsibility cycles, right? I don't know. Something like 4-H, I don't know how that goes. No idea. But attendance should be voluntary, and it should be that you get to find what's interesting, right? You bet most voluntarily go to school. I didn't have a fucking choice. If I didn't show up at school, I get reported and sent to extra school jail, right? And if I do that enough, they kick me out, right? That's not voluntary. Public school in the US is not voluntary. You can't pretend that it is. Would I have gone to school a lot of the time? Yes. Would I have gone every weekday? No. And that's a huge difference. Huge difference. Problem with public schools is they're stuck on the only metric that matters is test scores. Well, yes, but they're not even improving test scores. It's like they did all this teaching to the test shit, but they do it badly, so the test scores don't even go up. Not going to matter, though, because like now colleges are getting rid of standardized testing because it's supposedly unfair, when actually it's the only thing that's fair. Because when you get rid of standardized testing, you have things like where schools like Harvard and whoever engage in racial discrimination by saying, oh, the personality factor for this candidate is low and this candidate happens to be Asian, right? It's like standardized tests are the only way to remove personal bias from you still have some kind of bias, but it's at least bias of what the test is. It's not bias of like who is admitting people and what imperfections do they have in their personality, right? It's much better. Test scores are improving because they're making the test easier. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not following it, but I don't doubt it. Would apprenticeship be a better model? Probably. It's just you can't, like apprenticeship doesn't actually scale. I don't think. Not with the current way that our jobs are. Okay. So yeah. How did that happen? Oh, it probably got copied. It got copied by Polymorph. Oh. what is this argument or return type even? Literally should be eliminated. We're gonna put that in the to-do. If we have to back this out, we can always, as a consolation prize, get 3 more lines on the Weissman score. Oh, more than 3. 5, maybe more. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. It might be gaming time soon. You know, many people homeschooling and it seems to be not turning out so well. I mean, if what happens during COVID is everyone just says, I'm going to homeschool my kid, that's not going to go that well. Like if you just decided, yeah. No, I mean, I think you need a formal institution, even if it's a neighborhood institution, right? Like, I don't think that if it's everybody just is at home and they're supposed to be learning, I don't think that works, right? But I think public school, I think now that we have the internet, right? And you could essentially put together private school on the internet that's very, very cheap. And if you had enough users, then, you know, at least in big cities and possibly in smaller places, you could have the local meetups for the private school and get the social component, right? And then, public school is just for, like, as long as you get better results from that than you get from public school, which shouldn't be very hard, then public school becomes for losers, to put it in brash terms, right? And nobody will want to go anymore. So I think it's inevitable that somebody does that because public schools are bad enough. It's just not hard to do better, right? And so price previously was the barrier. But as if you can figure out how to eliminate that price barrier, which I think we can do, then you're good. Making a school would be very hard. You just don't do certification. Because the problem with public school is certification. So what you do is you say, this school is for... Okay, the good thing about this is nobody gives a shit about your high school degree anyway, because you take the GED, at least in the US. I don't know how it works in other countries. But you take the GED and you're fine. So as long as your school can get people to where they could pass the GED, which is not very hard, you don't need to be an official school, right? Like you don't need to be whatever the high school version of accreditation is, you don't need. So you just fucking do that. Like that's maybe what I would do if I had a shitload of money right now. I mean, I'm busy on other projects, obviously, but you know, aren't there truancy laws? No, like people go to private school. People are homeschooled. What do you mean? I mean, the people saying everybody should be mandatorily vaccinated probably also think everybody should be forced to go to public school and then forced to join a union when they get a job. But that is not how things currently are. Yet. In this context, what is a shitload of money? I don't know. If I had a spare Because it depends, like you could do this with actually a relatively small amount of money. I mean, I could do this with no money if I wanted to drop all these current projects, right? And just go pitch it to VCs or something. But I don't want to drop all my current projects, right? So you need like enough money to set something up and oversee it, and that other people are going to do. I don't know. I would have to think about how much that would be. But like, I don't know. 2-digit millions would be pretty comfortable. Because the thing is, you don't want to do the MVP thing where you rush some shitty thing to market. Because this isn't about that. This is about quality. But you also don't want to take forever, right? Because you do want to learn from setting the thing up and then building it and revising it. I'm talking about junior school all the way to college. I would probably start with a subset. I would probably start with high school. I would either start with high school and then go down, or I would start with like kindergarten and go up. Kindergarten is hard though, because people want fucking daycare, right? Like you would need to solve the daycare, which might be fine because if your customers are upscale people in cities, you just have places for the kids to hang out in the cities, right? You rent all the WeWork offices that have gone out of business and you turn those into your thing. I don't know. Anyway, this is not something that I've thought about exactly how to do, but it's one of those things where it's like, you know, a lot of problems like this is like, I don't see the exact answer that would be best of how to do it, but it's very clear there's something there, right? Like, dude, if we can fucking land rocket ships, we could make a better school. Right? Anyway, this is not something I'm going to do anytime soon. If I do make a school, it's probably a programming school for adults. Didn't Elon Musk start a school? I don't know if he technically started it, but definitely he sent his kids to a school that he was, yeah, maybe he funded it or something. I have spoken to people from that school, and I have some vague idea what they're doing. All right, I am starting to get tired. Let's see if we could save this. If not, we could try it again later. So this is complaining that, well, we don't have a type on here. And that's weird. So let's run it and crash. And we are inferring the Lambda. Is this like literally what we just did? It's got 2 fucking members. How did that happen? All right, we're going to do a thing here. Whoops. So, yeah, let's... I don't know that that's a good idea, but I guess it wasn't. Wait, what? How? What? Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Lambda S. Uh-oh. Okay, this is going to be... No. What? Are we not no-jobsing it? I thought we are. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so return decal. Oh, we already had that. Whoa, what? Oh my god, dude. What is wrong with this fucking thing? Return decal. Fucking Visual Studio, dude. It's so bad. Okay. E is D18. D18. Okay, we have a type now. What the hell is happening? Oh, it's the second time? What? Okay, we have to get the serial right. Okay, we come back for... Wait, what? This is quick, so this is redundant. fuck? Dude, I literally have... So this actually should be... Actually... Okay. That's a different problem. Okay, so we make our declaration in here. Didn't even, I don't know what that was about. Inst. Yes. So we'll put that into a function maybe. Oh my God. We have cleared at least a small part of pickle sector. Can I share what I heard they teach? No, it wouldn't be like these were not public conversations I was having with them. So I can't tell you. Can't tell you. MathXL is good enough to replace a math curriculum. I don't know what MathXL is, but I will take your word for it. Definitely math textbooks seem bad. Like there's this whole thing. I guess it started in colleges, but like textbooks are just a complete grift where they just revise them meaninglessly all the time so that you got to buy new ones, right? And that doesn't just mean, it's like that's where the effort of the textbooks is going, right? It's not going into making them actually fucking good. All right, we actually cleared pickle sector, guys. This is astonishing. I didn't think, I was losing faith. All right, add return declaration to quick lambda interp lambda interp type def poly use. Okay. And down here, we're going to go add return. Defen. And that's going to be all of this stuff. All right, void, add return declaration to quick lambda. All right, scan pickle sector one more time. Textbooks aren't used in math anymore. In high school, really? What do? They just use some software? Guys, pickle sector is not advancing. Wait, what the fuck did I just do? Oh, because I set this to poly use. No. No. We had trouble in pickle sector, but there we go. All right. Sometimes we have little hiccups. Worksheets mostly. So they learn just from the teacher has a lesson plan and just does that and then hands out worksheets. All right. Pickle sector is clear. Okay, so we're going to say okay, so that's going to go into our to-do. And then we're going to take our gains. Oh, wait. That's all that is now. Okay. I guess it is still true. I can actually think of why that's true. Pickle sector. Scanning pickle sector. Okay. I think we take the W. Let's compile this again just to make sure. Because I just keep running that without compiling. Okay. Good, 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 good. Good. Oh, wait, we forgot to take this part of the W. Finish quick Lambda. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not a thing probably. Let's test this out though. We're going to redo our scan with that. I'm pretty sure that's no problem, but then we get to remove these constants. Good times. Yeah, UI for all these educational programs is like the worst thing in the universe, dude. It's so bad. Oh my God, this whole thing goes, oh shit. This doesn't do anything. Let's verify that. Final scan, hopefully. All right, I think I may have earned myself some video gaming, everybody. And we'll leave these to-dos for later on. We are all good. Oh, no check-in verify. Okay, we decided that that's good. For some definition of good. All right, we're just going to rescan. Because fuck it. Those won't have broken anything, but we're just Just being cautious. These are big changes. Everything is good. Let me check to see if we have a build break report that I somehow caused, because I sure have a lot of emails. Cirque du Soleil wants me to come to their shows. Okay. GG's. Pickle sector is now scanned. All right. What is our final Weissman score for this little evening? It is 84648. That's pretty damn good. Weissman 200. Weissman 200. We deleted 0.025% of the compiler today. Good shit. But it was a very important 0.025% of the compiler to delete. Very important. And there's probably going to be more. All right. Finished cleaning out polymorph code for now. More to come, surely. Oh my God, guys. This is so good. Builds are passing. We'll check that again in a second. I'm going to make a celebratory tea, but maybe without so much caffeine this time. Okay. We are now going to convert into a gaming stream. Wait, 0.0023? No, it's 0.023. Oh, no, you're right. No. Because 1% would be 800 lines, right? So it's 0.25%. Oh, 0.0023 is if 1 is the whole code. I understand the units that you're using. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't you know, being precise. We're gonna do some gaming and see how that turns out. So I think I'm going to restart the stream to make it a public stream. So we'll be back in a minute because the plebs are allowed to see the other things. See you in a second.